Hello, hello, hello. This is me, Coach Latria Rush, your Disabilities Empowerment Coach. And today we're going to talk about pouring from an empty pitcher. Now, I know you can't see me, but you can hear me. But what I thought the best way to do would be to do a demonstration to drive this point home. Okay, so as you can see in front of us, we have 3 cups and a pitcher. Okay, 3 cups and a pitcher. And each cup represents an entity of our life. Okay, so we have our husband, we have our children, and we have our job. And now, if you notice, our job tends to be the bigger cup. Because for most of us, we tend to, we're just being honest about this, we tend to pour more into our job than we do our children and our husband in some cases. Now, that's just some cases. That's not everybody's. That's just some cases. All right? And if you notice, this picture right here, I'm going to turn the camera a little bit so you can see the picture. This is the picture. This big blue picture is us. Now, if you notice I didn't fill the picture all the way up to the top because it's a big picture. And the cups are kind of small. So, you know what? I might change my cups. Give me a second. I might change my cups to bring home the effect better. So we're going to move these 2 coffee cups out the way. And we're going to use larger cups to bring home the effect more. We'll use that one and that one. So now we have 3 large cups. We have home, which is our home life, our husband, our children, and our job. Now they're all equally sized now. So now we're pouring. So when we pour the water in the cups, they're going to all be equally sized. Okay? All right, so let's take our children first. Okay? So we take and we pour into them. And then we pour into our husband. Then we pour into our job. Now, as you can see, we have poured pretty much equally. It looks equally poured in all 3 cups. Yes, we poured. We poured in all 3 cups. Now, the point I'm trying to make here, and if you look at our picture is still pretty much full. So we're still pretty full over here, okay? Now, our husband comes back to us. They still need more. So we pour it to him again. Our children, pour it to them again. Our job, pour it to them again. Now, again, we've poured pretty much equally in all 3 cups. This is what we're left with. After we finish pouring into everybody for the second time, this is what we're left with. We're left with this much. This much energy, this much time, this much patience. This is what we're left with. Which, in most cases, is a lot. But we got to keep pouring. Our job requires more. Our children require more. Especially if they're teenagers. Our husband requires more. Our children requires a little more. Oh, look, don't forget that job. Don't forget that job. This is all we're left with. After the 3rd, 4th pour, that's all we're left with. We're not even left with anything. So, my question now becomes, after you have poured into your husband, poured into your job, poured into your children, who pours into you? Who pours into you? Because your picture is empty now. Because you spent everything you had, your time, your energy, everything you had pouring into your kids, pouring into your job, and pouring into your husband. So the question now becomes, who pours into you? Who pours into you? Hold on, I gotta get something up right back. And I probably should have had this ready before I did the video, but oh well. So, as you can see, it's difficult to pour from an empty pitcher. If you ain't got nothing, how you gonna pour? You can't have anything to pour. You can't even pour it to yourself because you done poured it into your husband, your children, your job, and your children. Oh, let me move this around. I'm sorry. Okay, there. You poured into your husband, your job, your children, and your job. So you don't have anything left to pour into anything else. You don't have nothing. Look, you have nothing left for yourself. Empty, dry as a bone. So again, my question becomes, who pours into you? Who pours into you after you done poured everything that you didn't have to pour? Your time, your energy, your everything. You pour everything to everybody else. What do you have to pour into someone else? Or how do you get replenished? How do you get poured back into? How do you get poured back into? I'll show you. You allow God. Oops, that was too close. Hold on. My counter is small, so I'm trying to maneuver stuff without making a mess. You allow God. You allow God. Turn it around. You allow God to do the pouring. You allow God to fill you back up. You allow God to pour back into you. You allow God to replenish your thirst. You allow God to replenish your energy. How? How do you do that, you ask? You're reading His Word. You're studying His Word. You're listening to worship music. You're spending time with Him. You're praying to Him. You're seeking Him. You're seeking His face. You're seeking His plan for your life. You're asking Him. You're praying to Him. And you're allowing Him to fill you up. You're allowing Him to fill up what you poured out. And that's how you get back to a full picture. You allow God to fill you up. You allow God to replenish you. You allow God to take you back to where you started so that you are able to pour out to who you need to pour it out to. All right? I hope you guys got a good understanding of this demonstration. I hope it wasn't too confusing for you, and I hope you gained something from it. Thank you very much.